All right. Let's see what we got here.
So you just let me know when I can go and live stream from Facebook.
All right. It says we're live.
All right. Well, let me fiddle faddle just a quick second.
Isn't that a candy? Fiddle faddle, isn't that some kind of candy?
I have no. I probably said something. I don't even know what fiddle faddle is, man. Isn't that it's just shameful? Let me fiddle faddle just a quick second. Uh-oh, we are live. Share now. And I also wish that I could have tagged a few people in it, but I don't want to take.
Isn't that some kind of candy? Oh, it's all good. We can always tag people and share it later.
Cool.
Or at least we can tag people when we share it later.
Hey, Tremaine, call some family members and let them know I'm live with Mr. Scott.
That's right. We are live. That's right.
Call some family members, let them know to watch our live broadcast. Call a few of my family members, my mom and everybody. Let them know we're live on Facebook.
That's right. That's right. Because this is actually a family matter. You know, this is a family business and a legacy business we got going. So, you know, I'm trying to get my family in on it too, and I know you are too.
I know that's right.
But anyway, you ready to do this?
I'm ready to do this.
All right, let's do it. What's up, everybody? So this is so I'm Scott. You guys know me. And today we're doing something really special because we are doing I guess it's my first gold team interview. And for those of you that don't know what the gold team is people that have basically locked arms with me, decided to do the same thing that I'm doing, business partners, et cetera, and so forth. And my goal has always been to, you know, obviously I want to, you know, build a big business and make money and whatever, but my goal from the start has always been to help other people to build their business, to believe more in themselves, however you want to say that. And my good friend Shenika, we met through a mutual friend, and and Shenika, you didn't expect me to say this, but I'm going to say it. I'm very proud of you. I'm proud of you for being the hustler that you are, the hard worker that you are, especially, you know, the things that you've done for your kids and the sacrifices you've made, and you still have a good attitude and the whole thing. It's really inspirational to me. It makes me want to be better. It makes me want to do better. And I'm very glad to have a person like you on my team. So thank you for coming here to spread your joy and your knowledge and your insight. And all that being said, why don't you give us a brief introduction on yourself, and we'll go from there.
Well, thank you so much, Scott, for having me. I really appreciate that. You know, thank you so very much for letting me be involved in this. And well, my name is Shenika Phillips, and I'm the owner of the SDN Design Hut. And I also am an associate with the Gold Team and the 7K industry. And it has just really, really enlightened me, opened my eyes up to other investment opportunities and legacy wealth for my family and my children. And I just like you really want to share, you know, just share the information with as many people as I know. Yep. Oh, and I mean, you asking me, you know, little things about myself. I'm from a small town. I come from hardworking folks, and you know, just
and
from humble beginnings.
You're from Monroe, right?
Monroe, Louisiana, up north, Monroe, Louisiana.
That's right. That's right. And how many kids you got?
I've got 4 children, and half of them tower over me, but you know, hey, I mean, yeah, I've got 4 kids, and I mean, I think they're pretty good kids.
Yeah, I think so too. I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
So let's start with just kind of a general question. You know, you're a mom, you're a family person, you are, you know, like I said, you're a hard worker. What has been the thing that really drove you to the business world, or, you know, how did you believe in yourself enough that you could do it? what made you get started in all this, the business world in general. We'll talk more specifically about what, we're doing with the gold team, but just kind of in general, how did you get started?
Well, first of all, I had a dream, and I had a dream that I knew that, if I didn't put it first, nobody else would. And, I just
Mm,
never forgot
man, that's
that.
so good. We could
Yeah,
just end it right there.
that really sums it up without me going into a long, drawn out story, that you just never forget that you have your own purpose. You'll go into so far in your life helping other people fulfill their dreams and really lose sight of your own. So that's really the thing. I stuck to the fact that I had an idea of how I wanted to live my life, what I wanted to provide for my family, as far as legacy wealth and something long term, even after I'm gone. So that really is what kept me going, even on the days I wasn't making any money, even on the days that I'm going through disasters or changes. So that really kept me going, that I had a dream, and I just wanted to keep myself in the right circle to try and, achieve it. So I just never gave up. I never gave up. I never stopped going on the days where there's no productive money coming in. I just kept going each and every day. So that's all the business end. And that led me to networking with several other people just like myself. And in continuing and going, you will meet others like yourself, you'll network, find other information, and they'll lead you, down different paths, possibly to success and other
Right.
investments. And I think that this is really how I got with 7K.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. And actually, let's explore that a little bit. What,
Right.
because we talked about, we're partners now, we're friends.
Yeah.
What, and we talked about kind of like some mutual dreams that we had, mutual goals,
Absolutely.
not having to be dependent on a job. Like I've always said, like my goal is not necessarily like to fire my boss, so to speak, right? My
Right.
goal has always been to have the choice. Like I can go work this job because I want to versus I have to. That's like my first goal. And being able to know that, if like my back problems, okay, like if my back problems
Right.
act up, or if if just something happens with my job or something happens with me physically, then I know that I've still got some protection and
That's right.
uh still some income coming in from my family. Talk a little bit about that with you, as far as like some of your dreams and some things that you want to do in life, and like some like financial independence, and how you're working to get
Absolutely.
there. Tell us a little bit about that from your side, as far as what your dreams are.
Well, one thing is with my design company, I would love for me to get maybe franchise locations and several, and maybe 3 to 4 other
Come on.
locations. I mean, we're a design firm. It's very, very realistic that if we start here, get our name established here, we're able to maintain other locations, and then even do international work,
There you
and do
go.
global work. So that doesn't necessarily take a multi-million dollar business. It could just be you, your family members, and your small associates that you have that's loyal to the same idea that you have. So that's definitely one of my dreams. And beyond anything, I want to establish myself in my business to where, my children will have the options to where, they can take it up. It's legacy wealth.
Right.
Look, we want to be involved in the business, it's flourishing, or we don't want to be involved in the business. We'd like to split our earnings from you and our inheritance and move forward and venture off into our own business
Right.
ventures. So legacy wealth is my driving fuel. It is just my driving force because, just realistically, one source of income is just not enough for a family.
You're right.
Two sources of working income is just not enough for a family. We're not even talking about the passive income. So,
Right.
I just know
Right.
that each parent or each supporter or provider definitely needs to have at least two working incomes and a few matching passive incomes that work behind the scenes
Absolutely.
for your family, even in your sleep. And I think that your passive income launches your life your legacy wealth idea. I think it
Absolutely.
helps. Yes, sir.
Yeah, well said. And that's, that's, I just wish more people would wake up to
Right.
that you can't, exactly what you said. You can't just depend on one source of income.
Right.
In this day and age, Shenika, you can't depend on two sources of income. You
Correct.
got to have as many as you can, and you got to have as many as you can passively. And I like what you said about how like the passive income really launches your legacy wealth, because that passive income can really help with your active income too. If you have a little
Absolutely.
bit extra that you can put towards, say, your design firm, and it's coming in while you sleep, your design
Absolutely.
firm flourishes, and then you can invest money from your design firm back into your passive income, and you have two
Absolutely.
things going right there. And that's one of the beautiful things, I think, with what we're doing, is we have that opportunity with us, very I'm not going to say easily, but easily accessible.
Yes.
You don't have to put in a whole ton of money. We have a lot of support. We and more stuff we'll get to in a minute, but but you're dead on there, and I wish more people thought like that about building that legacy wealth. So okay, so we have your dream now, right? So we kind of have like your goal, what you're working towards. Tell us how 7K is helping you achieve that dream, and what attracted you to it to be able to fit your dream.
Well, I will say this, as a working mom, as a single parent for a long, long portion of the time I've had children as a young adult. It's flexible in the fact that you can build wealth even if you don't want to work the business necessarily. If you didn't want to work the business, you could still make good money doing it also. So the network of people also there in the company, it's the network of people is there to support your growth even if you're not able to work the business. There's flexibility. You're able to still work your own job. You're still able to manage your family, and it's very forgiving. It's a very, very forgivable business.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I agree with that. And so I was a customer first. I'm not sure if I actually told you this story yet, but I
Uh-huh.
was a customer first because with the
Okay.
way the world was going, the government, the economy, and inflation is
Yes,
skyrocketing right now. I knew I needed, the old reliable, like, the physical gold and silver.
that's right.
And then when I saw like how they'll give you commissions just by telling people about it, it's like, wow, that's really cool, because it's like I'm getting cheap metals, which is what I was looking for. I'm getting
Win-win.
like a reliable source of them for both, like, do they have them available, and are they a good price? Which that's a whole nother video in and of itself. And then it's like I can make money doing this. Like,
Absolutely.
yeah, I'm not gonna, come out of the gate making, $10 million, but over time, who knows, right? Maybe I
Who
could.
knows? Who
Yeah,
knows?
so that's what really drove me about it. On top of, I could work it without interrupting my family life,
That's right.
things like that. So that's, you're dead on with that. I'm yeah, and I'm glad you see the value in that too. So how do you find time to work a home-based business?
I think that that's a good question. Lots of people ask regularly. How do you find time for your home-based business? How do you find time and differentiate that time and, spread that time thinly with your business that's local where you have to actually be on site most times? And I'm just going to say that you just make it as natural as possible to insert what you're already doing. Insert that into conversations, and the different surroundings. You're already surrounded by the right people anyway,
That's
because
a good point.
most people are already very interested in legacy wealth at this point, and sustaining themselves more independently, maybe outside of their day jobs. So I think that natural conversation, just natural conversation. I went to a little Zoom call this weekend and heard them say you don't always just push it on anyone, but you just make it be natural conversation. If someone mentions, I've got a problem I'm trying to work out, just, well, that's, what, hey, maybe we can take some time to sit down and schedule a cup of coffee, and I may have some resources to
Right.
help you solve that problem. And when people see what 7K can do and how easy it is, I just think that natural conversation helps it to be really easy to accept. Mhm.
Yeah, I agree. And I was reading a book one time, and the in the book he was saying, like, why are people ashamed to talk about their business? Like a dentist, okay? If I was a dentist and you came to me and you said, you know, hey, I got a toothache, something's wrong with my tooth, I wouldn't
Right.
be like, well, I'm sorry to hear that, and I'm a dentist and I can help, right? And it's
Exactly.
like, I didn't go to my friend, I'm like, hey, I'm a dentist, come to me with all your tooth needs. It's just like, hey, I'm a dentist, if you got a problem, come see me.
Right.
And I think that's one really cool part of it, is you don't, you're offering a solution to people that need a solution. And then you just find times, like the vast majority of stuff I've done, like the strategic stuff, and like the Zoom calls right now, like the kids are in bed.
Right.
I'm
On time.
exactly, I don't have to go somewhere to work, but I'm
Right.
working right now just trying to tell people about something awesome. And that's really what we're
And we're
that's really what
reaching
we're doing.
lots of people in their down times. So it's really convenient for, anyone that's able to do this. It's really convenient. It doesn't take very much these days with
Right.
technology. Mhm.
Yeah, and I think for working moms, especially, even working dads like me, just
Right.
that flexibility is just super super important, because one of the problems in our society is we work too much, right? We
Right.
work too much, and we need to spend more time with family, and not more time working, but we all
Absolutely.
need more money in today's society, right? So there's that catch 22 there. um so I'm going to ask you a weird question. I
Okay.
didn't really prepare you for this, but I
That's
think you'll do
okay.
fine. um how much, I see my white balance got messed up. Let's see if I can. Man, I look so dark. I don't know what that is. It's weird. You're just gonna like see my teeth here before too long. So what would $500 a month extra, that just passive income, that you didn't have to go like to another location or work extra hours of your business? What would an extra $500 a month do for you right now?
An extra $500 a month. You're talking about for 12 months. That's a substantial amount of money for a family like mine. I mean, when I tell you it will cover, children are back at school full throttle now. It'll cover extracurricular fees, their technology fees to compensate for if they're hybrid students. It'll compensate for medical necessities at this time. We have lots of storms going on. It's just so many household
Yeah,
things that families could use with an extra 500, even families who may not even necessarily realize they need an extra 500 are pretty well off. An
right.
extra $500 for any family a month is awesome, and it came from almost nowhere. Yeah, it's a lifesaver.
Right. Yeah, no doubt. I was that was one of the things I realized with this business, is that you can make it what you need it to be. And one of the problems with a normal job is that they're only going to pay you so much, right? You
Absolutely.
can work, yeah, you'll get overtime maybe, or if you're in a salaried position like me, you won't. But I could work 80 hours a week, 90 hours a week, 100 hours a week, and I'm still going to get paid the same amount.
The
Where
same
something
amount.
like
Right.
7K, the more you work it, you're going to get paid in comparison to how much you actually put in the time and the
Absolutely.
effort and the energy into putting into it. And the cool thing is, which I know we're going to show some of our cool coins later, but the cool thing is you're building wealth along the way. You're getting physical, real assets, and
Absolutely.
not just, not you're not just trading time for money. You're also getting an asset as well.
Absolutely.
What about $1,000 a week?
A
I'm
week.
sorry, a month. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. Well, I definitely know that $1,000, like we're saying, that's $12,000 extra a year for your family. And that definitely, it just makes all the difference. It makes all the difference in your security and the decisions you're able to make in order to better secure your family, the decisions you're able to make, for their futures in your absence, the decisions you're able to make as far as their educations are concerned. It's just a really rough time. And I just know for a fact that financial stability is what's going to really, separate, the faint from the
Yes.
strong,
Yes.
financial independence. And
Especially not to, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I
no,
was
no,
just
no.
going to say that made me think about last year, when a bunch of people um, either lost their jobs or the
Absolutely.
lockdowns told them they were non-essential and they couldn't work. That $1,000 a month, that's a lot better than a stimulus, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And for
Yeah.
me, I got young kids, except for Mason, my buddy Mason, except for him, my kids are a little younger than yours. And I'm just thinking like car insurance, I got two and a little one on the way. Car insurance, what's car insurance going to be like in 10 years when they're
Absolutely.
driving? Braces, the cost is, everything's going up. And it's like, if I don't start now building something, then I'm not going to have enough. Like,
Absolutely.
I'm not even sure if my job is going to cover like the basic expenses at that point.
And you
Um,
work so hard, that should not be an uncertainty. That should
right.
not be an uncertainty when you're getting up, going on time to work each and every day and paying your tax. That shouldn't be an uncertainty for you. Mhm.
Yep, I agree. So now we're dreaming a little bit, okay? Because this is some stuff where, kind of like I said, if you put in the time and energy, you can get to some of these levels.
Absolutely.
What about $1,000 a week? I'm going to say a week now because
I mean,
that's
you saw me get excited on $1,000 a week. I thought I won a sweepstake.
right.
I mean, now we're talking a whole nother level. Not only can you support
Yes.
yourself, you can actually support several others. You can invest in other areas of your business. You really take yourself to the next level. And I mean, $1,000 a week, that's serious money. It's people that's been working all their lives and don't even retire to have that their last paychecks
Right.
were $1,000 a week. So,
Right.
it's life changing, and you're really, really setting the standard for your, like I said, legacy wealth. This platform this afternoon is, on single moms or stay at home moms or single dads or even married moms and dads that are just trying to find another way to get them some passive income. And legacy wealth, our family stability, is the thing that we're worried about. And $1,000 a week, it's a
That's
that's
game
that's
changing.
it's
I
a
mean,
game changer.
and I don't quote me on this. I want to say the average income in America right now was about $66,000, like average. Or it might be, I don't know. I don't actually don't know why I'm saying that, but I
Right.
think the last time I looked at it was like $66,000. And if you're making $1,000 a week extra, you're doubling your
Your
salary.
earnings, your
Uh,
own salary.
when I started this, I started thinking about like teachers. I know that, everyone knows teachers are underpaid, and cops and
That's right.
firemen and just all that. And it's like, you don't need a degree to build a business, and you can actually get
Absolutely.
paid like the average person can get paid. It was just phenomenal. um so yeah, so that's and I wanted to say that just to get people dreaming, like, hey, what could I do with an extra 500 a month? Like,
Absolutely.
that's my car note, and it's like, hey, I could do that. I want people to
Exactly.
believe in themselves. You can do it. I promise you, you can. Sorry, I promise you, you can do it.
Got to get
It's just,
excited about it.
yes,
Yes.
it gets exciting. And it's like, to me, it's like a breath of fresh air, when you start thinking about
Yes.
what can happen and what you can do. It's just, it's a breath of fresh air for me. So kind of on that note, what would you say if there was let's talk moms in particular. What would you say
Right,
if there's a mom out there, either a single mom, stay-at-home mom, whatever, or maybe it's just a mom that maybe she's working a job, but she wants to
right.
do more either with her money or help her money make more for her, or she has like an entrepreneurial drive, but maybe she's just a little hesitant to do that. What would you say to that mom to kind of um, get her believing in herself more and to let her know that she can do it and kind of get her over the hump where like, okay, I'm ready to take action. Let's do this. What would you say to her?
Well, first of all, I would definitely remind any mother that mothers are nurturers. We are innately nurturers. We were born and created to nurture things. We nurture children, we nurture households, we nurture mindsets of those children. We go to our jobs, we nurture our 9 to 5s in all of their files, all of their business systems, all of their communication systems.
Mm-hmm.
We nurture diets, we nurture animals, we basically nurture everything around us. It is, we can nurture a business. A business
Well
is
said.
basically, we nurture husbands, we nurture
Right.
a business.
Help them find their wallets.
Absolutely is something that a mother could take the, she could take control of that. She could do a single mom, a stay-at-home mom, a mom that's working 9 to 5, or a mom that's in school.
Mm.
It's absolutely, because we are nurturers. It's the first thing that I would just jump off of. And then also I'll say this, that mothers have their spiritual intuition that we were naturally given, and we have always had to live and step out on faith. And we can actually
Yep.
turn our natural faith into, the ammunition or the fuel you need to nurture anything. So that's my encouragement to any mom, any single mom. Like, you've learned every system on earth to make your family survive. It's nothing wrong with learning a new system to make you have
Yeah, that's really
additional
good.
money. It's nothing wrong with it.
That's wow, that's really good advice, especially the system part. Like you've had to figure out so many systems that
Absolutely.
have to take care of your family already. What's another one, especially something where you have like support around it and um
And there's
maybe-
immense support. And I would also say to anyone that thought that, oh, I'm a novice, I didn't graduate from high school, or I was not college educated, I'm not well spoken. These people, look, this organization has like support in every corner. I mean, they walk you through, they have support groups that meet weekly, if not each day, on some level of support
yeah,
to
there's like
help
yeah,
to help to give towards you being better at generating your passive income.
right.
It's awesome.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with and that's one thing I think is, I don't want to say unique, but I think that's special about our group is that,
Yes.
I know you're like this, I'm like this. We want to help people. Like we generally
Yes.
genuinely want to help people. It's not just about Scott, it's not just about Shenika. It's like we see a vision of an entire community around us
Yes.
who is we're financially stable, we're gaining assets, we're all making passive income,
That's right.
we're excited, it's fun, it's not work, it's fun work, it's like talking to your friends about something that's cool.
Absolutely.
It's not that's one of the things I think people get. It depends on the network marketing model, I guess. This one is very special because this one it's oh, is it a pyramid scheme? It's
I
it's not a
understand.
pyramid scheme. Like everyone's having fun, everyone's getting paid. I don't
Everyone.
know, maybe 0.001% of people who have joined 7K and haven't loved it. It's I mean, just everyone's just excited about it. It's a great opportunity, and I want to share that with everyone. Like I want everyone
Same
to have the
here.
same hope and drive that I do. And that's what I'm excited about, having someone like you as well, because you have that same mindset. It's like, yeah, we want to help our families, but we also want to get people, believing in themselves and like, hey, you can do
Absolutely.
it too. And then when you do it, go help someone else do it. And then we're all
Absolutely.
gonna go up together. That's something that's really cool and really special about what we're doing.
Yes, it is. I will agree to that. I
Yep.
will agree with that.
So how do you let's say it like this. If someone feels like, let's say if someone feels like they don't know enough to start their home-based business, or
Okay.
maybe still a little bit hesitant, what would you say is something to them that could ease their mind? Like, we know the support's out there and things like that, but what would
Right.
you say to that person to try to ease their mind about getting started?
Well, one thing I would say is, like I said, it doesn't take any formal education. All it takes is a genuine desire to just better yourself. A genuine desire to better yourself. And, it's almost like, so as a man thinketh, so is he. If you think you can do
Yep,
it, you can do this.
absolutely.
So that's one thing. When you get involved with these people, when you've obviously got that desire, you get involved with 7K, and they have this natural support system that's already there, structured, to assist you, and it's phenomenal. It's a great structured support system that's there to help you with any of your questions, concerns. Nobody's a novice. Nobody's concerns or inquiries are too small or too large. It's just basically a new family. And that's why I'll say that, you know, most single moms or even stay-at-home moms or most families need additional support for their
Yeah.
family, additional support system, an additional team to back their family up. And I think that that's what 7K brings.
Yep, I agree. Let's talk about that too. So for everyone that doesn't know, which if you've talked to me or Shenika at all by now, you probably know, but this is the kind of stuff that we get involved with, right? We're silver and gold people. I brought my collector's coins out. I probably should have brought some of my regular coins too. But this is what we do. Like, let's be real here. This is what we do. We put uh, assets in people's hands. We put things of value in people's hands. It's just like I liken it to a car salesman. Okay, when you
Right.
go to a car salesman, what happens? He makes a sale and he gets a commission off the sale,
Right.
and that is really cool, right? So if I help someone get something of value like this, that it's a way to protect yourself against inflation. I always say collector's coins is how you make money, bullion is how you keep money, all these
Absolutely.
different things, but metals is just a solid way to diversify and get real assets. No one ever told me about assets or real tangible things or anything like that growing up. And then when I found this, it's like, man, this is real. This is like the real deal. It's a lot easier to get than real estate, things like that.
Yeah.
And it's stuff that the average person can hold in their hand and say, hey, look, I've got something of value that's cool. And if I help someone else get it, well, then I get a commission off that too. And it's like you can make money securing your own financial stability. It's like
Absolutely.
that is the coolest thing to me, and that's why I love it so much. Actually, I'm almost in it for a year now, and I'll be having a post like showing all of the stuff that I've gotten after a year. Um, it's gonna be pretty cool. But my actual anniversary is like a week or two or something like that. But
Okay.
it's gonna be cool because I
Congrats.
got a lot of the I'm gonna break out all the cool stuff, and that's why I want people to believe in themselves. I didn't think I could get all this in a year's time, and here is something that I'll be able to give to my family, one day, or if they want to sell it for $10 million, what, whatever. But that's what we do. We put cool stuff of value in people's hands, and that's what I like about it. Um,
Right.
show us some of the stuff that you got, some of the cool ones.
First off, I am so proud. I've got one with a
Uh-oh. We got you muted.
Oh, what kind of, can you hear me? I don't know what kind of leprechaun I was back in my past life, but
It keeps going on mute.
ever.
Oh, look at there. Very cool. What is oh that yep, that's the kangaroo. I really like those coins. I like the what do you call it? Like a starburst pattern on it.
These are awesome. And I've got probably about 10 coins so far, and my kids enjoy them.
Oh, I didn't know you got a beaver.
I got
That
a
was
beaver.
that one's actually cool too, because that one's one of the man, you've been getting some good ones lately. That one's one of the
I
lower
have been getting
vintage
some
ones.
awesome ones.
Cool. Man, what
Let's see, I
leprechaun
think
were
there's
you?
one more. Now, we discussed this one.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of that. I'm very proud.
Yep. Yeah, that one's
I'm not boasting, Scott. I'm just telling you I'm proud.
that's it. That's it. Is that the pelican?
Yeah. Now, on my pelican, I got two of them, so
Mm,
I can stack those.
there you go. Look at that. Yeah, and that's the that state series is really cool. It's cool to see like the different animals and stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm really proud of them because it shows me where my investment is going, what I'm getting. Um, and there is no loss in it. It's basically I'm turning my cash, my hard-earned cash, into gold and silver and precious
Yep.
metals. And I can always liquidate that if I ever wanted to, ever needed to. If there ever came a time that I needed to, I can pass that down to my children. It gains value for them. I am very proud of the collection that I am investing in for my family. I'm very proud of the business that I'm investing in with 7K. I'm very, very proud of the leap, that faith that I decided to take when I
Yeah.
got involved in it. And if there's anything that I could stress, to anybody like me, if they ever pray, it takes a lot of prayer when you want to try something new, and you have to pray about it and just move forward on it. And that's exactly what I did as far as 7K is concerned. And I've been getting some really great results. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I am very proud of you too, Shenika. I
So
told you
proud of
that
my
already.
coin.
But I'm proud of you too. You know, you're working, you're making steady progress, and that's,
Right.
I mean, what more can you ask for at that? And you're having fun doing. Are you having fun?
I am enjoying myself. I'm enjoying myself. I have to convince my sons that they're not the boss of the 7K business just because we're getting coins. Women collect coins also. So
That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's one of the cool things I think too. Like the kids can get involved, and they start seeing, hey, this is from daddy's business, or this is from mommy's business,
exactly.
and it's something cool. It's like, hey, I want more cool stuff. Say, okay, we'll work this business, and you'll get some more cool stuff. So there's the whole thing with it. There's the family legacy. It's you
Absolutely.
can train up your kids to start working a
I
business.
love
You can
that.
leave a
I love
business
that.
for them. Most of us aren't going to develop a grocery chain like Walmart, and like the
Right.
Waltons are set up. It's like, doggone it, I can do pretty well with this one too. So that's, yeah, it's fun. It's fun, it's cool, it's exciting. It's the artwork on these is incredible.
Incredible.
It's like, to me, I've made money both from commissions and from selling coins.
Right.
um, and it's just a great thing all around. It's a great thing to be a part of.
Yes, it is.
And it's a cool time in history too, because I think we're going to need this stuff way quicker than we've hoped.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. And I think that's why the coins are so unique these days. I think that's why they're so beautiful. It's almost like stamps of art and time on these
Right.
coin pieces. I mean, it's going to come a time when we will need them. I mean, we can't depend on technology. The banks crash with all our little money in it. You can't depend on the job, the economy. We can't
Right.
depend on the government, what they'll decide and when they decide to give it to us. I think this past few years, like you mentioned, was pretty difficult for a lot of people. They got some reality checks as far as their jobs were concerned, and where they
Right.
stood with their jobs, and if they decided to take certain stances with regards to maybe vaccination or testing.
Yep.
And there's just uncertainties that were involved, that were surrounding people who have been diligent workers all those years. Yeah, that was a reality check for a lot of people, that I had better get something else going that would support me in the day that nothing is supported.
Yep. No, very, very well said. And I don't think I've told you this before either, but I've learned I don't mind getting vulnerable on camera anymore. I was actually going through a lot of like mental health stress because I
Absolutely.
realized like how little of my life I had control of.
Oh my
And
goodness.
I really feel like God brought 7K into my life at the right time, because now I have something I have control over, and I can, it's
Yes,
just like a garden, I can plant a seed, I can water it, give it the soil it needs, the light that it needs, trim
absolutely.
out the weeds when they need it. And like mentally, I am a lot better now because I have something of my own that I have control of, and that I can work it when I have a lot of time, and I can not work it when I don't have a lot of time. And have great team members like you that can help me, and I can support you when you need it. And just having that thing for ourselves it's really been life changing for me, honestly.
I know that's right. And I'll say something just to kind of relay off what you were saying, that, these jobs, our 9 to 5s, take so much out of our mental well being. What do we have left over for our families? And it leaves you feeling vulnerable and
Right.
hopeless with, just no control of your circumstances. And that's really not what life's cut out to be.
Right. Right.
That's not what it's cut out to be. You will have worked yourself almost half to death, and they'll replace you in a matter of moments if anything happened to you. And you won't be any more mentally secure or financially secure than where you started. So I can completely understand that. I can completely understand that. And that's another thing.
Right.
If it's a job that's not supporting your mental health, that's an issue. If it's a circumstance that's not supporting your mental
Right.
health, that's an issue. And
Yep.
we've all been faced with that, with the uncertainties that the economy has presented to us in the past few years. We've all been having some challenges on the hopelessness we feel with. We don't even have control of our own finances. We want to work. We
You're right.
want customers. We want to go out and, you know, plant those seeds. But hey, they telling us we can't even do that. I love that 7K said no, no, no. You can still make some money from home.
Yep.
The president can't tell you how long and how much of it to make. No government entity can tell you how long of those hours you can put into it, how big of an investment you can make. I appreciate that. I appreciate that freedom that it's giving me mentally.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% agree. It's yeah, it's just been really great for both of us.
Right.
Um, I wanted to kind of like what we're talking about with uncertainty, with government intrusion, things like that.
Yes.
What a common question I had, I didn't know. Do you have people that want to know about like how a home-based business can help you on taxes and stuff like that? Have you ever had that question?
Yes. As a matter of fact, me being a business owner, I'm surrounded by several other business owners. I come from a business family. Every single family member, all of my siblings each have businesses of their own. My parents both have businesses. A lot of my colleagues and college roommate, friends all have businesses. And these are not their 9 to 5s. These are their other jobs or side
Yeah.
hustles. So lots of people would just are always fishing for information and resources on tax exemptions and write-offs. And man, when I actually bumped into this, I was like, man, this is amazing, because every dime that I invest into this business, it's going to put a piece of gold or silver in my hand. I'll have it as my investment, but then it'll be a tax write-off for my home-based business.
Right.
And I think that's amazing that, you already have control over one aspect of your finances, that everyone pays taxes. But if there's something that will give a cushion to the taxes that you pay for your business, I think it's worth a look at. I think it's worth.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And exactly what you said is correct. And I'll tell you why. Especially, this is one of the really cool, I would almost call it a third stream of income you can get with 7K. By the way, I'm not an accountant, so you can't sue me, and this is not tax advice, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Give you the
So
disclosure.
so like these are unique pieces, right? And what am I doing right now, Shanika? I
You're
am
showing them
I'm
to.
showing I'm showing these to people. And another, I guess, uncommon thing people don't realize about these in particular is that these are not taxable like when you go to sell them. So if this was worth $10 million, which hopefully one day it will be, and I sold it, as of the tax code right now, I wouldn't have to pay a penny in taxes. But that's a whole nother thing. Again, don't sue me, not tax advice for all those people that are watching. But this is a showpiece, and the money that I spent on this as an investment for myself,
Absolutely.
as a showpiece, because it's an investment in my business, then I can write that off of my taxes. And
Absolutely.
that's what I think is cool with a lot of people that already have businesses, and they say, well, I don't know if I can work another one or blah, 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 whatever. It's like, hey, look, you don't have to work it per se. Go ahead and start getting you some of these at a reliable source consistently, blah, blah, blah. The whole thing, right? They're genuine, they're guaranteed, Better Business Bureau, A+ rated, the whole thing. NGC, dealer direct pricing on bullion, the whole, it's like you can't lose with this, right? So go ahead and just start getting some of those, and then as you tell your friends and your other business owners, and then you have a whole community of business owners who
Absolutely.
are investing in themselves, and they're getting tax write-offs for
Yes.
themselves and their business. it's
Absolutely.
it's just a quadruple win 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 win. It's just kind of amazing. And one thing too that I think is cool, especially when you start talking about like maybe older people, grandparents, older parents, things like
Absolutely.
that. What's on their mind a lot of times, how can I help? How can I still help my adult children or my adult grandchildren? And something like this, like let's
Yes.
say they help support your business, they start buying some coins from you, and they start working a home-based business from you. They're acquiring wealth, they're getting tax deductions, and then one day they can still pass that on as a legacy, and they're helping you out the whole time without you having to say, oh, hey, can I borrow $50 for this month? Or,
Exactly.
hey, this terrible life event happened and I wasn't ready for it. Can I come move back in with you? It's a great
Exactly.
way, even for the older crowd, to start, or to help without giving like direct financial contributions. It's just it's the whole package as far as family legacy and family, financial generational wealth, financial stability.
Absolutely. I probably will never give another gift to one of my nieces again. They'll probably get some coins or some investment information.
Yep,
Yeah. It's
that's
a
it.
joke. They still get gifts.
It's a joke, but not really. Yeah, and I've been doing that too. It's like, I
Yes.
really believe people need to wake up more to assets.
Yes.
Silver in particular is the most accessible asset for anybody to get. Period. I don't think anyone can actually debate debate that. Um,
Not up for discussion.
yeah, I've given coins here and there. I've even the collector's coins for people that I actually like. That's just a joke, everybody. I've given some of my collector's coins away, and they are good gifts, and it's something of
Yes, they
value
are.
versus an Xbox game or something like that. And they're really cool, right? And it's like I would like that as a gift. In fact, if anyone wants to give me, if anyone wants to give me a gift, I'm all about silver and gold and
I
coins.
know
So
that's right.
hook me up. Okay, so what do you say about people who want to join what we're doing, how would you say is the best way for them to go about doing that with you? And I'll kind of talk about some stuff we're doing. And I wasn't entirely planning on doing this, but I might even show some of the stuff that I'm offering to help
No
get people's
problem.
businesses off the ground.
Well, do we have our link that we'd be able to share with some of our folks that they can get in touch with me, or they could sign up? They could go to my 7K business page and look on some of our links and see some of the information. They can send a message and get in touch with them. We can set aside a time to sit and talk and share some information.
Yep.
What you think?
Yeah, I'll what the heck, I'll go ahead and share a screen real quick. Share. Boop. It's worth a shot, right? All right. So there's me and you. Hey, aren't we beautiful people?
Yeah, we're beautiful here.
So Shenika was right. I did put this is the seven, I'm sorry, the gold team website, if you will. This kind of has like the overview of the team. It's got some bonus videos down here. Really gives you basically as much detail as you want, both from my perspective, right? So these are videos that I've made, and also these are actual videos from 7K, and they will show you like basically anything you want to know. That's one of the cool things about this too, is that 7K gives you a whole lot of tools that you don't have to go create. I took it upon myself to make this. If you want, even if you wanted to make a website like this that I did, I'll show you how to make it, and I'll give you the template for free because you're on my team. I mean, like how much better can you get, right? And
Absolutely.
one of the cool things I do, I call it my Downline Accelerator program. So I do stuff like this, right? I get your name out there and I say, hey, this is in this case Shenika. I help you get your story out there of why this appealed to you, how you're working it, etc. And even with some of the traffic that I'm doing online, this link goes to Shenika's link, not mine. So again, I'm helping Shenika build her business as much as I can to get her off the ground. And honestly, she's probably going to make a lot more money than me in this business if I just had to, if I just put
I just claimed that in the name of the Almighty. But I mean, I have to share the wealth now, Scott.
You can give me that darn ruffled grouse that I haven't gotten yet out of that series.
You get that one. That is for you.
Okay.
It's for you.
For Christmas, right?
Yes.
But that's yeah. But like I said, this is a family business. This is a community business. I know Shenika and myself, we want to help people as much as we can. So I would say if you have our numbers, give us a call. The links are in this Facebook Live in the comments. Facebook Messenger, whatever you got to do to get in touch with us, we will be more than happy to help you. And Shenika, like I said, I'm just proud of you. You're killing it. You're
so very much.
Yeah, you're taking it one step at a time, one day at a time, and you're making steady progress. And I'm hoping, especially moms out there, like one of the things when I first started this and I saw like the compensation plan and the way it works and how it's flexible, it's like, man, I could help, a lot of people with this. I can help, teachers and cops and moms, moms that are stay-at-home moms, and maybe they're, they want more time with their husbands, but what are their husbands doing? They're working a lot, right? So there's that family stress already. And it's like, man, I can help families if I can get some moms on this. And, and that's why this one is kind of special for me, because I'm hoping to help a lot of the moms out there get on board with what we're doing, get an easily accessible business. So I don't want to say it's easy, right? But, you still got to put in work, but you can do it whenever you want to and whenever you can. And even the average person can make something with this, and that's just the beautiful thing about it. So I guess so we've been right at an hour. I guess we'll just keep it right at an hour. Is there any?
I thought we were talking for 10 minutes. Oh man.
right. So is there anything else you wanted to say to anybody, or maybe a word of encouragement, or just something you wanted to close us out with?
I just encourage anyone out there that, has been praying or has been just looking for something that gives them a little bit more purpose in their lives, adds a little more wealth to their families, gives them a little more, economic stability, and gives them just a little more independence overall. That's what you're praying for. That's what you're looking for. Just to look for investments that fit your style.
Right.
And even if it's something, even if it's not 7K, invest in yourself, invest in yourself. But anybody that's looking to invest in themselves almost immediately and get some form of a return, whether it's something they put a lot of effort into or not, I definitely suggest that they give 7K a more serious and strategic look.
Absolutely.
It'll just really, it'll yield some really profound results for any and almost everybody. So
Yep.
you've got a lot of support from the time that you're involved until you decide, hey, I want to fall off the face of the earth for a short time. You can always come back anytime. So, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And I liked what you said earlier, and I kind of wanted to reiterate that it's really hard to lose with 7K. It's hard to lose when you get a product like this.
Every month.
When you're putting assets in people's hands, it's hard to complain about, oh gosh darn it, I got this sweet silver coin, dad gummit Shenika, why did you, it's like, that's just not, right, that's not going to happen. And that's why I say it's easily accessible. It's not smoke and mirrors. It's not a pyramid scheme. It's not some kind of worthless product or a product that doesn't work. It's a product of value. It's silver, it's coins, it's bullion, it's the whole, and it's a business, it's just the whole thing. And like I said, Shenika, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to much more partnership and success with you.
Absolutely.
We're gonna change the world. I've said from the time I started Kingdom Gold that we're gonna be a household name, and we're gonna do a lot of great things for a lot of people, and we're going to believe in people, and we're going to help them become more than what they thought they could be.
I know that's right.
And we're going to start seeing our communities change, our families change, and we're going to do it together. And I'm very grateful to have you on the team. And I'm grateful that you have the same mindset that I do, that we're going to kick butt, take names, and have fun doing it.
Same here, my brother. And I thank you so very much for even having the opportunity to be a part of the team. It's already been life-changing. And I just know we got a long journey ahead. I'm ready for it. I am ready. Thank you so much for having me this afternoon,
Yeah,
Scott.
absolutely. Thanks for taking the time to do it. Yep. And
no
so
problem.
again, okay, if you know Shenika, call her. If you know me, call me. We're gonna help you, put you in the right direction. We got links, we got videos, we got basically everything you want. We got training. We got, what else we got? Shenika, we got
We've got
basically
support groups. We've got support groups where other folks are just telling us their stories, giving their success stories. There's all types of information. There's apps that you're able to follow up on your account, update your profile. They've got brochures, monthly, advertisements, everything. And no question is too big or small. So
yep. And we
you
have
gotta
fun
answer
doing
it.
it. So we got it all. Join us, join the gold team, click the links. Let's get you guys going on building your own financial security. Me and Shenika will be more than happy to help you out. So Shenika, you have a good night. Tell the family I said hey, and we'll go ahead and call it a night.
Good night. Y'all be blessed.
Night, y'all.